Now, 1 in 3 holidaymakers had to seek medical attention while on holiday last year, a poll by Good Morning Britain and one poll has found.
And unfortunately, not all holidays go to plan, do they? But what can we do to prevent sickness spoiling our fun? Dr. Hilary and Ranvir are in Benidorm for us. Morning, Ranvir.
Good morning, Britain, from sunny Benidorm. Although I have to say, it's still buenos noches for some of the unsavoury people I've seen here this morning. Listen, alcohol and holidays, they kind of go hand in hand, don't they? And usually it's pretty safe. But 1 in 4 of us have admitted that we start drinking well before we get to the destination. And more than half say that they drink more than when they are at home. And we've found some sensible British holidaymakers this morning. Hello. Good morning to all of you. Dr. Hilary, also very sensible, aren't you?
I am indeed.
And you've seen the sort of nastier side of it, haven't you?
Well, I have, because I spent yesterday talking to medics at one hospital who said that they spend the majority of their time dealing with holidaymakers who've just had far too much to drink, which is a shame. This is what they told me.
They come to the beach, they enjoy the sun, they enjoy a drink, and we see those, in general, on the emergency ward. Drunk, they're scared, they're anxious, they need to be reassured.
In panic because they're getting into the hospital, they don't know what's going to happen. Then there's somebody talking to them in English, and that's the half of the way already done.
Well, the translator said that it really helps if there is an English-speaking doctor, but that isn't necessarily always the case, not just here in Spain, but in any country you visit as a holidaymaker. You know, it's a fine line, enjoying a drink on holiday, letting your hair down a little bit, and then getting into bad situations, many of which we've all seen along the promenade here this morning. So I think just remember that if you do have a car accident, if you have a fall, if you have a fracture and you have to go into hospital, it can be very frightening. And, you know, you've got to follow the regulations and the rules to be safe.
Absolutely. Let's talk to some of the beautiful ladies we have with us this morning. Some fine northern women I found. I feel very at home. Listen, now, did you know, actually, that if you have a drink whilst you're on holiday and you have a trip or a fall, your holiday insurance is potentially invalid?
No, we didn't know.
It's a shock, because it's always in the small print, these sorts of things. Now, ladies, are you in... I mean, you're very sensible, obviously. Do you drink more on holiday, though, than when you were at home?
Yes.
Yeah, and are you more aware of your safety when you're on holiday, or is it...
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yes, yeah, the last thing. And what sort of things have you seen? Because, I mean, we've seen some slightly unsavoury things this morning, haven't we?
I've seen someone actually make themselves sick, a young guy, just so he can have another drink.
And I've seen somebody stumbling in the road, and he didn't even know where his hotel was. He nearly got run over.
Yeah, I mean, that's the sort of thing that we imagine, don't we, in Benidorm? I'm afraid it's not just in the imagination. We have seen it. Listen, you've got some tips, haven't you, really, to keep us all safe?
I mean, it starts on the plane, as you said earlier. People start drinking before they even get to their destination. So if you're on the plane, remember that the air in the plane is very dehydrating. If you're having alcohol, it will have double the effect. It can affect your reflexes and your coordination and your judgment. Air rage is not that uncommon. And if you're hiring a car when you arrive at your destination, that could be potentially serious. So first of all, be careful on the plane. Secondly, drink plenty of water because of the sun, because of alcohol. So lots and lots of water to rehydrate. And that e-hit card and travel insurance, absolutely essential. And remember, it's invalidated if you've had alcohol.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're off to go and get a nice coffee. Does anybody know a good coffee place around here?
Johnny
All right, brilliant, all right. Great plug for them. We're off to have a coffee. We'll see you in a bit.
I'm sure they'll look after you, Ranvir.